Well, give this to Jussie Smollett. He was pretty clear about what he said happened to him. He claimed he was violently assaulted outside his apartment in Chicago because of his race in a premeditated attack by a pair of psychotic, racist Trump supporters. Watch.
I see the attacker masked, and he said, "This MAGA country punches me right in the face."
And there is no doubt in your mind what motivated this attack?
I could only go off of their words. I mean, who says empire, this MAGA country, ties a noose around your neck and pours bleach on you?
Just for the record, when you don't ask any follow-up questions and just nod sympathetically, it's not journalism, it's affirmation. But on the internet, there were people who were paying close attention to the claims Smollett was making, and they didn't add up, and they began publicly doubting his case. Smollett did not answer their questions. Instead, he denounced these people as racists. Watch.
I'm pissed off.
What is it that has you so angry? Is it the attackers?
It's the attackers, but it's also the attacks. How can you doubt that? Like, how do you not believe that? It's the truth.
Now, reports apparently leaked from the Chicago Police Department say that all of this was a scam, that Smollett planned this from the very beginning and hired others to carry it out. We have more information on the case tonight. Matt Finn joins us from Chicago at the exact intersection where Smollett said he was attacked. Matt, good to see you.
Tucker, good evening. Behind me is the door that police say Jussie Smollett used to get inside into his apartment building on the night of that alleged attack. And now we're learning this evening that Jussie Smollett was convicted of a DUI and lying to police in 2007, according to court documents obtained by Fox News. This arrest was confirmed by an LA County clerk who tells us that the birth date that we have for 36-year-old Jussie Smollett matches the birth date of the Jussie Smollett that was arrested for this DUI and giving false information to police. We reached out to Smollett's legal team, who did not deny this arrest. We have not been able yet to pinpoint exactly what Smollett lied to police about, but it's related to a vehicular charge. Smollett was sentenced to 36 months of probation. Also new tonight, Chicago police tell Fox News that the two brothers that CBS reports confessed to carrying out the hoax with met with prosecutors and detectives late this afternoon. Tonight, Chicago police are still waiting for Smollett to respond to their very important request for a follow-up interview. Police tell us they are giving Smollett a, quote, responsible amount of time. What happens next depends on Smollett's actions. Police can present this case to prosecutors or a grand jury seeking an arrest warrant, and tonight we're learning police appear to be doing just that. Smollett, who was very cooperative with police before this whole story dramatically altered, is apparently no longer responding phone calls to police requesting more information. Tonight, police are no longer insisting Smollett is the victim. They're now referring to him as the person who filed the police report. Smollett's attorneys say anyone who says Smollett was in on this attack is a liar. And here in Illinois, filing a false police report is a Class 4 felony. It's punishable up to 3 years in prison. It's also probational, but Smollett might even be in more trouble with the FBI, who is investigating that alleged death threat letter with the MAGA return address that was sent to Smollett just 1 week prior to this alleged attack. Tucker.
Matt Finn for us in Chicago. Thanks, Matt. Well, the Jussie Smollett story is amazing, but it's exceptional only to the extent it has received much more publicity than most hate hoaxes, and there are many of them. Bogus stories concocted by the left for political reasons and repeated without question by compliant media. Dr. Wilfred Riley is an associate professor at Kentucky State University. He's the author of the book Hate Crime Hoax: How the Left is Selling a Fake Race War. Professor, thanks very much for coming on tonight. So you've looked at a lot of these cases. What would you say, generally speaking, is the point of them?
Well, thanks for having me, Tucker. And as you said, first of all, there are quite a few of these cases. What we find is that virtually all of the high-profile, widely reported hate crimes over the past 2 to 3 years have been hoaxes. That extends to Jussie Smollett.
I'm going to interrupt you there. I just want to make sure I understand what you're saying. Virtually all of the well-publicized hate crimes in the last several years have been hoaxes?
Very, very many of the best publicized incidents, Eastern Michigan, Air Force Academy, Yasmin Saweed, the Burnt Black Church, the young African-American woman that said that she was literally urinated on by white men, Kean College, Wisconsin Parkside, so on down the line. All of those incidents that I've mentioned, I think you could probably put Covington Catholic in that category.
Yes, you sure
Those
could.
have been not actual incidents of interracial violence. They have been hate hoaxes. This is also, by the way, very often true of hate hoaxes reported by the alt-right. But the phenomenon does seem concentrated on the left. Very many high-profile hate hoax stories, probably most simply turn out to be fakes. I'm not surprised that the Jussie Smollett story turned out to be a hoax, and I don't think you are either, or that very many other people are.
I'm not. Now, most hoaxes are designed to enrich the person who perpetrates them. I mean, they're scams, right? They're scams that bring the criminal money. But money doesn't change hands in these cases. So what is the point of doing it?
Well, I think that's a fascinating question, Tucker. First of all, I will say that in a fair number of cases, money does change hands if you're talking about insurance money. So in Chicago, for example, we saw the Velvet Ultra Lounge case, where the owner of a popular gay and bisexual nightclub burnt his own business to the ground, collected, I believe, a $20,000+ check for that, and attributed that originally to homophobes. So that is a partial motivation. But I will say that I think a broader motivation for these hoaxes is that the demand for bigots in America greatly exceeds the supply as of right now.
Yes.
So it is not much of a secret that in America we have a very well-funded grievance industry. The Southern Poverty Law Center, which 40 years back did a great deal of good, but currently has an active invested endowment of $432 million.
That's unbelievable.
They take in $58 to $96 million every year, at least in terms of the records that I've looked at going back some time. Black Lives Matter right now up to about 400,000 social media fans, 360,000 followers.
Right.
You have organizations like CARE, Council for American Islamic Relations.
Right. Someone's got to justify the existence of all these fundraising machines. Professor,
Quite right.
This is a fascinating conversation, and I appreciate your coming on tonight. Thank you.
All right.